Chapter 2 Sunrise.
Hey there! Keiji, can you hear me? Wake up, sleepyhead!
Your body doesn't want to move, though the voice of an angel calls you. You could stay like this forever, held in place by the weight of sleep. The desire to drift off and return to the world of the dreaming has you in its grasp, taking you deeper and deeper like a siren's song. It wouldn't be wrong to nap for just a little longer, would it?
Hey, Keiji!
A finger boops your nose, bursting the sweet bubble keeping you afloat.
Come on now! I have to return to my quarters before sunrise. If someone were to see me in here, then there'd be all kinds of whispers going around.
Your eyes open to messy white strands and a truly divine, if a little groggy, young lady. Princess Corrin smiles at you. You've never really felt this way when a girl looks at you before. Sure, you've warmed the beds of a few tavern girls. You went way further with some of them than you did last night, too. But never before has a waking greeting felt so whole, until now. So complete. You'd do anything for those eyes, and anything for that smile, even fight a faceless single-handed. Of course, m'lady. Where are my manners? You untangle yourself from the princess and wrestle with the sheets. This bed is made for one, a fact you're finding oh so very apparent this morning. Corrin snorts with laughter and lets out something of a playful yelp when your hand brushes up against her perky behind. Forgive me, my hand slipped. You bow your head, but your face damn near goes into her bosom. This damn bed. I mean it, I'm really sorry.
Of course it did.
Corrin smirks and sticks her tongue out at you.
Worry not, it's fine.
All right, the princess isn't angry. That's all good and well. She's stifling a fit of laughter, even. Oh yes, your lot in life has certainly improved. After all, here you are, blessed to learn new things about Corrin every day. There's a mental checklist running through your head as you finally escape the labyrinth that is your futon. You watch from the corner of your eye as she dresses. Well, slides her frilly undergarments back on and brings the straps of her nightgown over those small ivory shoulders. She's clumsy. She barely knows her left from her right before the coming of the noon hour. She's actually quite the tease, though you never would have guessed until last night. And most interestingly of all, she hums tunes before drifting off to sleep. All of these things make your heart thump even harder for that royal beauty.
Are you getting dressed?
Corrin asks. Looks like she's done already. Not that she came to your tent wearing much, anyway. Of course, m'lady, of course. Though it might take me a little while. It's probably best I don my samurai robes.
Why?
Corrin tilts her head like a lost puppy, confused by your logic. Because that way, at least if someone sees us, I can make it appear as though escorting you somewhere.
Oh!
Your explanation looks like the world's largest revelation to Corrin.
I see. A sound idea.
You can't stop a rogue snigger no matter how hard you try.
Hey!
Corrin gives you a playful whack on the arm. Her cheeks light up.
What, might I ask, is so funny?
Nothing, m'lady. Not a single thing. You do your best to dodge the question by opening up the small box of belongings at the foot of your bed. A simple wooden chest filled with many a memory of your days before joining the army. There's all kinds of things in here. Almost everything you own, in fact. A collection of neatly folded letters from home, a purse of silver coins, a pocket mirror given to you by one of the lassies you shared a rainy evening with, and at the very bottom of this store of trinkets... Here you go, princess. You produce a small ivory hairbrush with simple swirled patterning. If you'd like to use it. Corrin thanks you and begins working through the tangles, though she's still gazing at you intently. You haven't escaped her curiosity, it seems.
I'm waiting for you to tell me what's so funny.
You could be tactful in your response, yes, but the way Corrin's pouting is too lovely to ignore. Well, milady, it's the way you are. I don't know if you realize it, but everyone sees you in such a fearless light. It's the same for Lord Ryoma and the rest of your siblings, but behind closed doors you're so very... Corrin leans in, hands on her hips, holding the brush as though she's about to give you a whack with it.
Yes, Keiji? Oh, do indulge me. I'm very...
Sweet. Very sweet. And for your kind words, you get a small bonk on the head with the brush's handle.
Thank you.
Corrin places her lips against your forehead in a quick kiss.
Now.
She hands the brush back, too.
You finish getting ready. We both have a long day ahead of us, I'll bet.
Each in your own ways, yes. You recover your clothes from the various ends of the room they've been tossed to after last night's... well, what should you call it? Referring to what you shared with the highborn lady as something casual like a romp would be a disservice. And besides, even if things didn't, not quite, go all the way, it meant far more than a mere roll in the sack, as they call it back home. Our embrace, you decide. From here on, you'll describe the moment you shared with Princess Corrin as an embrace. Thinking back to it makes the experience of getting ready go by all the quicker. You notice something in the mirror as you button your shirt and put on your overcoat. Your face has a glow to it. You're happy. You've often been described by some of the lads, and ladies you fight alongside, as a rugged rogue, a man distinguished by wild black hair and a quick sword hand. Although never before has anyone said you looked particularly cheery. But here you are, standing tall and sturdy, holding out your toned chest pridefully, with shine to your eyes of blue. Not only is your life far more exciting now, I have purpose. You fasten your overcoat and silently express your gratitude to the light dragon. Well, that was closer than I hoped. The sun had finally awoken, and you've already had your first close call. You're not sure which was worse, almost losing Lady Corrin to a stray tree root as the two of you hurried back to her tent, or nearly being caught by Felicia as she arrived to collect her ladyship's laundry. Laundry that isn't here because she spent the night snuggled between your bedsheets, the two of you ignited in passionate kisses. Laundry that smells of your cologne. Strange, Felicia mumbles thoughtfully, tapping her foot against the path in a slow rhythm. She stares at the opening on Corrin's tent with suspicion. Very strange indeed. It's probably for the best that you play along. What appears to be the problem, Miss Felicia? You keep your arms folded, mimicking the usual routine you follow every morning. As far as the maid's concerned, today's the same as any other for you. You've woken up early and made the walk across camp none the wiser. Oh, I beg your pardon, Keiji. Felicia bows to you, expressing remorse, or possibly regret, over you hearing her. With one foot ahead of the other, she almost falls face first into the stones underfoot, but narrowly corrects course in a nick of time. She regains her balance and keeps on. Well, Felicia ponders, apparently uncaring of her near stumble. She points at Corrin's tent, eyes narrowed with thought. It's strange, she begins. Every morning, Lady Corrin folds her laundry ready for me to wash. It's been that way for a really long time, even before she left Nor. But today, no clothes, not a sock, not a blouse, nothing. I wonder... Felicia sighs and shakes her head. It's probably just my imagination. Silly me. No wonder I can't get anything right. Okay, she bought it. You breathe a sigh of your own, silently, thankfully. Nobody saw you. The coast is clear. Don't fret over it. But you keep up the act all the same, if only to provide Felicia with some small comfort. Her ladyship was probably busy last night. Yes, that must be it, with so many battles looming and all. Busy, You may be right. Anywho, Felicia gives you another bow. I must be off. Chores to do. Keep an eye on Lady Corrin.
You will come by and keep me company later, won't you, Keiji?
Trivial as it might be to some, you wouldn't miss sitting beside the kind-hearted servant girl and sharing idle chatter. True, she's been acting a bit off around you lately, tripping over her words and whatnot when you're alone. But that's nothing out of the ordinary for Felicia. She's always tripping. Sometimes over her words, or random objects, and oftentimes her feet. In fact, being a clod, her words, not yours, is something as everyday to her as breathing. Of course I will. In fact, I'll stop by after visiting the mess hall tonight, though I imagine you'll be somewhat more relaxed without clothes to wash and fold. Felicia shows her gratitude with a quick nod and takes her leave, only to gain a second wind of sorts and turn back. It's brief, but you can't help but pick up on something. Her cheeks are flushed a tender shade of pink.
I'll look forward to it. Take care, won't you? See you later.
How strange, you reflect. Felicia acted this way the other day, too. Well. You dismiss the stray thought with a shrug of the shoulders. It's more than likely nothing, anyway.
Shall we go?
Corrin asks you kindly, emerging from her tent. You can't help but marvel at the stark difference from the early hours of this morning. Her messy bed hair is tame. She's lively and awake, adorned with her dragon-like battle armor, with the signature Yato blade sheathed at her hip.
I hear my brother wishes to speak with me.
You lower your head, fulfilling your public role in spite of everything, with one tiny exception. Do you think it's good news, if you don't mind my asking, milady? Corrin falls into step with you, and you both begin walking the bustling, winding roads of camp together. With the rising sun come many invigorating sights. Off beyond the armory, you see troops drilling. Shrine maidens are saying prayers. Servants are drawing water from wells. What was nothing but a silent, crowded assortment of tents and buildings hours before is now teeming with the signs of life.
Well, Keiji, I hear Ryoma plans on stopping in Makarath to rest. There should be some peace and quiet now that we've evaded much of the Norian army. Or at least I'd like to think so.
Makarath? A town in the Norian heartland. You've heard from some of the other soldiers it's well known for dance and stage shows, not to mention games of chance and gambling. You smile at the latter of those pastimes. A hand of cards and a game of chance might help in taking the edge off after so many battles. That sounds quite enjoyable.
We should go and take a look together,
Corrin whispers in your ear, discreet but lovely in her ways.
I'd love to see a big city for myself. I imagine it could be fun.
You'd like that quite a lot, but first, duty awaits. Thank you, my lady, for your kind offer, and for everything. Corrin gives your hand a quick squeeze as you arrive upon the large and heavily guarded War Council tent.
No, thank you, Keiji.